Welcome back to Great Day. Every time there's an active shooter at a school, Parkland, Santa Fe, Uvalde, we reevaluate again how it could have been avoided, or at the very least, how more lives could have been saved. One Houston mother wants students to be able to immediately make themselves safe as soon as they hear the alarm that an active shooter has been identified. This is a simulation of how the classroom can become a safe room in a split second. The device you saw the child use in that video is called Flip Lok. Joining us with how it works and can stop an intruder in the classroom or in a home is the founder and CEO of Flip Lok, Anna Rieger. Good morning, Anna.
Good morning, Deborah.
All right, you are a mom, a fierce mom, and a businesswoman, so no surprise that you jumped on making something happen here. But let's go back to how you first got the idea. 2019, your daughter comes home and says what?
Well, actually, I saw that there was an active shooter situation in our area, and I asked her, what do you do in that situation? And she told me she's supposed to run in the classroom, get against the wall, turn off the lights, and the teacher was going to lock the door. And I said, how do you know if the door is locked? And she said, we don't, Mommy. And I said, well, what do you do if your teacher's not there? And she didn't have an answer for me. So I became alarmed.
There was a tweet that suggested that somebody might do something a few years ago. Also, my son's school, all the kids, rumors spread quickly, all the kids just left school. And the problem with that is if you have a bunch of kids leaving, you have a whole group of kids who could be in danger together, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that really scared you, and then you started thinking, okay, what can we do about this? Now, inventions kind of run in your family, right, I should say.
Yeah.
So tell me the next step that you were taking there, because hearing your daughter say, first of all, I don't know what we're supposed to do necessarily.
Right.
I don't know if I haven't seen the lock, I don't know if it locks, and just that peace of mind, if a child knows what to do like we saw in that video, can really help a lot. But tell me what the next step was for you.
So the next step was trying to find a way for me to drop her off and know that she was safe in her classroom, and how can I find something that was easy for her to use and easy for her to lock the door with.
Yeah.
And that's where we brought it.
Yeah, all right, so here's the locking system here that we're talking about, and there's a couple of ones, like I mentioned, there's one for home as well, but let's take a look at, tell me how this works here, because the important thing was it has to be really work, but it also has to be super easy and quick.
Super simple. A 5-year-old can use this. They go in their classroom, they shut the door, they flip it, it drops and it locks into place. It reminds them to call 911, and it lets them know from anywhere in the classroom the door is locked.
Yeah, okay, how is this different from like a deadbolt?
So this is way stronger than a deadbolt. It takes over 2,000 pounds of pressure, and it's something that we don't need a key for, and something that everybody in the classroom knows it's locked, and any student can actually use it to go into action. But yes.
Yeah, and it turns it into a safe room.
That's right.
Right then and there. All right, this lock for schools, and I would imagine later on even for workplaces and buildings, involves a protocol. What is that protocol?
So we made a unique alert, and the unique alert tells the children to go into action. There's an actual situation, so they know the siren. They go into their classrooms, and there should be a drill. They go into the classroom. What is their next step of action? They flip the lock. They flip it, it drops, it locks. They call 911, they get away from the door. They still go against the wall and do all those things, but we need to have a way for our kids to feel empowered and not be scared every time their teacher goes to the restroom.
Yeah, we've heard of locking systems across the country. Every different district, has something different, but oftentimes we also hear how they fail. How is this one different? I can tell you, I can see something right now how it's different. Is that it's basically a manual lock, so you're in control of it, mechanical and in control of it, versus something that might work with, let's say, a technology like an internet or something.
Wi-Fi.
Then you got another Wi-Fi, you got a problem, right?
Right, and that's the difference. The difference is this is something you don't need technology. Anybody can use, anybody can access, and all the kids know they can see it from anywhere in their classroom, that they can actually protect themselves.
Yeah, all right, here's another question. What if the good guys are locked out? How easy is it? Or if you have that mischievous kid who decides, I'm just going to flip that.
Well, we have 6 kids, so I understand that question very clearly. So yes, we have a key for emergency personnel, and any administrators or whoever they decide decide they want to give the key to and store it for emergency situations to be able to get in for that little kid.
All right, so this one's one that can be easily and effectively and affordably be put on classroom
That's
doors.
right.
Where are you at right now in trying to get this into classrooms?
I'm right now talking to a few districts, Cleveland ISD, HISD, Humble ISD, a lot of different districts right now are very interested, and they're trying to do it because it is very cost effective and it is something that can be implemented right away. And it's something that the kids can see, and the teachers, right now we have a lot of teachers that are leaving schools because they're scared. They have to protect these children. This is a way for teachers to know that they're not the only ones that have to protect the kids. The kids can actually go into action. If they got to go to the restroom or anything, they're not, the pressure is not all just on the teachers.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to move this right over here
Okay.
because we mentioned earlier that this can also be used at home. October is also Domestic Violence Month. And you made me aware of a statistic that I didn't really know, that oftentimes you'll find a woman who is injured or even killed in the bathroom. And that's because that bathroom has a lock. They may run there for safety, but those locks are usually not very strong.
Right. And this is the same concept. You can put it in your bathroom. We have an adapter. It can go in any room in your home, can actually become a safe room. It's the same exact concept. You flip it and it drops and it locks. But this one can withstand over 1,300 pounds of pressure.
Wow.
And it's super strong, and it's stronger than any deadbolt out.
Yeah. So this just gets put right on the door of the door frame of the bathroom. All right. The other thing is of concern. We've heard a lot lately about a big increase in home invasions.
Yes.
And so I would imagine if you identify in your house, again, so cost effective, easy to install, that if you have a 2-story house, that you have that room on the first floor, you have that room on the second floor, where you know you can go and then hunker down and call police.
That's correct. And any room can be a safe room. So even like, when my husband goes out of town, I have one in my bedroom. I can just put it on my bedroom door. We have kids in dorms. We want them to have it. Apartment. I have a daughter in an apartment.
Well, there was a case where, somebody who had access to a key got in and raped and killed a woman. We hear those stories all the time.
Right.
And so this way, when you lock it at night, you have made sure that no one else can get in from the outside.
That's exactly right. That's the point of this lock, is to give that sense of peace, that peace of mind and sense of security.
And another place where I think this could be used as well, and you've already thought of this, but businesses, because we know that crime is up there as well. So someone comes in to rob you, you have a place to go that they're not going to get to.
That's right. They can run into any room in their office and make it into a safe room and actually have time to call for help.
Yeah. All right. Anna, thank you so much.
Thank you, Deborah.
All right. To learn more about FlipLok, you can log on to greatdayhouston.com and we will connect you to their website.